So I've got some exciting news for you guys. I am going to Peru. Yes, the country. I'm very excited. So Tyler from the Spider Shop and Josh from Andes to Amazon, which is the company that's kind of doing the expedition, they invited me to join them, and I'm leaving in a couple of weeks. We're gonna fly into Cusco, which is up there by Machu Picchu, and we're gonna work our way from the Andes all the way down to the Amazon. So we'll be spending 10 days going through the jungles, looking for tarantulas and scorpions and other cool invertebrates. So I'm very excited about this trip. I've never been to South America before. In fact, the only time I've left the country is when I went to London. So I was nervous about going to London. You can imagine how nervous I am about going to Peru. So it's gonna be really cool. Now, I have been practicing for a couple of years. I built these sets here. I got a tropical set, I've got a desert set, and I've been filming these nature documentaries here in the Tarantula Collective. And before I was here in the studio, I was doing this over at my house in the basement. But I definitely didn't always want to be filming on a set. I really wanted to get out and make like some real nature documentaries in situ, as they say, like in the jungle or in the desert. And this is my first opportunity to do that. So I'm super stoked. And I'm gonna bring you over here real quick and show you exactly what camera gear I am bringing. So let's go do that. I'm not gonna bore you with all the patch cables and batteries and ND filters and all that kind of stuff, but I am gonna show you the chunk of it, like all the cameras and lenses and stuff like that I'm bringing, just so you have an idea what it is I'll be using to film while I'm in Peru. And this is the bag I'm gonna be bringing, just something I got off Amazon years ago. It's an Ultimax camera bag. It works really well. I brought it to a bunch of places. It's got a lot of room here for camera lenses and gear. And then it also has some, like a big pocket down here that I'm gonna be putting all of my clothes in and things of that nature. So it's gonna be kind of my everything bag. I'm bringing in another hiking backpack to carry like, other stuff in, but this will just be like the majority of what I'll be needing will be in this bag. So the camera I'm gonna be bringing, and I debated about this a lot. I've got a Lumix GH6, and I've also got this G9 II. I was thinking about bringing both of them, but I've always carried an extra camera, like a backup camera to, all the different shows and things I've gone to. And honestly, I've never used it. Maybe I should bring one because I'll be gone for 2 weeks. And if the camera breaks or, gets lost or stolen or something, I'll definitely want a backup, but I don't think I'm gonna have room for it. I'm trying to pack as light as possible. So since this has the better autofocus and is the newer kind of flagship camera in the Lumix line, I'm gonna be bringing the G9 II. Right now, I've got the 25 to 50 Lumix lens. It's their pro version lens. So I'll be bringing that, and we'll just put that in here. And this has also got like a nice little rain sack, so if it starts raining, it's already water resistant, but this will make it waterproof. The other lens I'm gonna bring is this Lumix 10 to 25. It's just the partner lens for the 25 to 50. I'm gonna bring the macro lens. This is the Olympus 90 millimeter 3.5 macro. I've been using it to film some videos and take photos, and I really love it. So that's a good lens. And then for just any wildlife or anything I might see, I'm bringing this zoom lens. It's a 100 to 300 Lumix. It's not the most expensive zoom lens they make, but I don't use it very often, so I just wanted to get one that would be good enough. So I'll be taking that. And this is one of my favorite lenses. This is a Laowa 15 millimeter wide angle macro. It's a very unique lens. I've got some really cool footage of isopods and tarantulas and stuff like that. And pretty much anytime somebody's like, how in the world did you get that shot? I'm using this lens. It's all manual focus, so it's a little difficult, but it's super heavy. It's all made out of metal. So I almost didn't bring it just because it's so heavy, but just the video and the photos I get from it are too cool. So I think I'm definitely gonna be bringing this one. So I think that's all I'm gonna be bringing as far as lenses. I got a zoom lens, I've got a couple macros, and a couple like prime-ish lenses. Definitely not prime, but you know what I mean. But that's not the only cameras I'm bringing. I am using this Insta360 Ace Pro. I just got this guy. It's got a nice little flip screen. Comes with this cool little, it's a tripod as well as like a selfie stick. It's just a great action camera, really good stabilization, real good low light capabilities. So this will be what I'll be filming a lot of like the vlog kind of stuff on, and pretty much anything else that I'm gonna need it for. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna work really well in the jungle and in low light situations. You can't really get too close to stuff with them, with any action camera, but then I'm also bringing a few other action cameras. I've got a DJI Osmo Action, as well as a GoPro. And these I'm gonna lend out to some of the other people that are gonna be on the expedition. They can clip them to their backpacks or wherever they wanna hold them, whatever they wanna do, so they can get some different perspectives rather than just my point of view and what it is I'm looking at and what it is I'm doing. People can film me doing stuff or film other people on the expedition. And then I also got this cool little clip for this guy. This is just the normal type of hat I wear a lot, a Boston Scally hat, but they came out with a version that's like got this, it's not made out of cotton or wool or anything. It's that polyester rayon. I don't know what it is made out of, but it's like very breathable, quick dry, water wicking. Perfect for the jungle. It's just like a lot of the shirts and pants and stuff that I bought to wear there. It's all made out of that same material. So I just thought it was cool that I could get a scally hat that would quick dry in the jungle. But this little clip enables me to wear the action camera on my head so you get like a really good first person kind of point of view. So I'm really excited to try that out. So we've got the action cams that we'll be bringing. A microphone, this is just the Rode, I believe it's the Mic Pro Plus. I've been using this for many years. It works really well. And then a big battery. This is a small rig 99. I can hook up to the camera. It'll run directly on the camera, but there's also a lot of different ports, so I can charge batteries, I can charge the action cameras, I can charge my cell phone, whatever it is I need. Then I'm probably gonna bring this guy too. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket. I believe it's like one of the first versions that came out. It's essentially a 4K camera on a small little gimbal. Hopefully get some really cool shots with that as well. And then as far as like the mic I'll be using, this is actually what I'm using right now. It's the mic that I'm wearing. This is the Hollyland. It actually is 2 mics. So I'm wearing one, I got another one here, and then the receiver's hooked up to this camera. But that'll give me the ability to do interviews, or like I'll wear a mic, and then Josh, the guy that's leading the tour, can also wear a mic. So I'll get, you know, good audio of both of us as he's explaining things. And finally, the flash that I'll be using. This is the Godox V860 Mark III. And this was one of the benefits of this camera. It's mainly a photography camera that has some really good cinematic video features, whereas the G6 is more of a video camera that has some good photography type stuff. But the autofocus, they got a new phase detect autofocus, which is a lot better than the depth of field autofocus. So this will be the flash I'm using, but I don't use it just like this. I will also be bringing my AK diffuser. This is a flash diffuser for macro photography, and it just kind of fits right over the front of the flash, but I need to put on a different lens. Let's put on the macro lens here. So this is custom made for this specific camera, flash and lens combination. You can follow AK Diffuser on Instagram. It's where I found him. And you know, you just let him know that you want to buy one, and he'll ask for measurements or, you know, what flash you're using, stuff like that. And he'll custom make it to fit your setup. So it kind of goes around the flash there, wrap it around the base here, and there we go. We are set up for macro photography. It's even got this little power bank up here, so I have a light so I can more easily see what it is. I'm illuminating my subject before actually, you know, so I can dial in focus before I start photographing. And this thing breaks down, so it's completely flat, which is really nice. So it'll fit right into the backpack, and then I can just build it as, you know, in the morning when I need it, and do photography, then take it off, do video. I'm really excited about this. I think this is gonna work really well. So this is the gear I'm using, but I've never actually used this stuff in the jungle. So now we're gonna go out into the woods, the old growth forest here in the Appalachians. And I just wanna see how much it weighs, not even considering the clothes and other stuff I'll be bringing, just the camera gear. We're gonna go hike around the woods and take some video and try out the cameras and see what works, what doesn't work. And hopefully that'll get me ready to be in the jungle. I've been test this stuff out, and if something isn't working, I can just leave it behind. So let's go. So I'm out here at Ogilvy State Park. I'm on one of my favorite trails. It kind of follows down this creek, and I don't know, kind of leads to this really cool waterfall. But the reason I'm here is because down this gully, it's pretty cool. I'm hoping this will kind of simulate what the lighting will be like in Peru. But I've never been there, so I don't really know. But it's muddy, it's wet, it's kind of loud. So we're gonna testing out the mic, see how it works, testing out this camera, all the different cameras I brought, so we know what it's going to be like, or at least kind of approximate the conditions, so I know what works, what doesn't work. But right now I am on the Insta360 Ace Pro. I've got it on the low light setting, so hopefully this image is coming through clear, because I'm walking in the sun and I'm walking in some really dark areas. Should have some good image stabilization, I'm hoping. And hopefully the sound is pretty good. I've got my camera here. I got the backpack on with a lot of my gear. It's not nearly as heavy as I thought it was gonna be, which is good. Now it is about 85 degrees here where I live, but down in this gully, it's probably only about 70. And I checked the weather in Peru. It's supposed to be like partly cloudy, so mostly sunny, and between 65 and 70 degrees. So hopefully this is pretty similar, might be a little bit cooler there. One thing Josh suggested, he was like, don't bring anything cotton. And I'm a guy that wears blue jeans and cotton t-shirts almost every single day. My socks, my underwear, everything's cotton. So I had to pretty much get a new wardrobe. So I've got these shirts, and oh my gosh, there's a deer right up here. Let's see if I can get some footage of it. So there's 2 deer up there. So I am going to need, I'm going to try the zoom lens because this just isn't getting quite far enough. Moving down a little bit. Looks like they took off, so I'm gonna try and catch up to them. All right, I see him up here. Let's see if I can get some footage of them. I don't know how the range is on this, so I don't know if you can still hear me. Hoping. All right, I see them. I don't think you can see them, but oh, there's one right there. She is keeping her eye on me, that's for sure. There's another one up there somewhere. But it's kind of hidden behind the trees. Ah. Working out pretty well. Well, who would have thought I'd had a chance at such cool wildlife right as soon as I got on the trail? You gotta love West Virginia. So now we're gonna try out some of the macro lenses, see how they're doing. They got the zoom lens, got some cool footage with that. We'll try out the 2 like normal length lenses, get some scenery, and then we'll work on some macros. So let's see if we can find any spiders. All right, so I've got the 25 to 50 millimeter lens on. We're gonna get some cool shots of a waterfall. I got a creek down here. We'll see what we get. And now I've switched over to the 10 to 25. Let's check this out. So I think that's working pretty well. All right, so now I got the macro lens on and we've got the flash. We're gonna get the diffuser set up. And I wanna see if we can find any spiders or cool insects to photograph. All right, let's see what we can find here. All right, we found a little spider here. See if I can get her in focus. Cool. So we know what the macro photography is going to look like now. That's working great. Now I'm going to try some macro video, and that's a little bit different. We're going to use the wide angle lens, and I can't really use a flash with that, so I've got this light, and hopefully it'll be enough. This is just an LED light. It's a APP RGB LED light by Pocket Light, and we'll just take that. Let's see how this works. All right, here we go. And this is the same spider. She's not really moving at all. look pretty good. Let's see how it turns out once we get it back to the studio and we can put it in the computer, see what it actually looks like. But from what I was just looking at on my screen, it looks pretty good, so I'm excited. So we tried out the cameras and the lenses. Now I got this guy on, so we're gonna be doing some recording with it, see how it looks. I can't really see the screen because it's behind me, but I'm recording myself, which is kind of interesting. So we're gonna get the backpack packed up and hike on out of here and check out some of this footage, see how it looks. Tried out all the cameras, all the lenses, hiked it with the gear for a little while. I really won't know how anything turns out till we get back to the studio and I can make sure that this camera's focusing on me when it's this close, and it's really muddy right here. Hopefully I don't slip and fall. Now, if you enjoy this kind of content and you're excited that I'm going to be heading out to Peru and getting some footage of tarantulas in the wild and other cool scorpions and invertebrates and stuff, and you want to support what I'm doing, the best way you can do that is buy some of my Tarantula Origin Series coffee. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to buy some of that. It would really help out. I even have some of the gift boxes. There's maybe like 10 of the gift boxes left that will get you 2 bags of coffee and a coffee mug and a bunch of other limited edition items. And if you use the code TTC10 right now, it's going to save you 10% from now until I leave to go to Peru. So if you want to help me out and buy some coffee, I'd really appreciate that. You can also join here on YouTube and be a channel member, or hit me up on Patreon. Join my Patreon and get some cool access there as well. Now, as I'm recording this, I have no idea how this footage turned out, but of course, by this point, you will have seen because I'll have edited in. So hopefully it turned out well. Hopefully it sounds good. But for now, I'm going to head back to the studio, get this footage uploaded and edited and up on YouTube so you guys can see it. If you've been to Peru before or anywhere in South America and you've got some tips for filming or taking photos in the jungle or just hiking through the Andes and Amazon, make sure to tell me about it down below in the comments. I could use any tips that you may have, any advice or experiences or anything like that you want to share. Thank you so much in advance because I really appreciate it. Now the rest of this trail's pretty slippery because I'm right by the creek and it's been raining a lot, so I'm gonna have to shut this off so I don't fall and destroy my camera gear before I even get to Peru. But thank you guys so much for your support. I'm so excited to show you all the footage and all the cool videos I'll be able to make while I'm in Peru, and I hope you all enjoy it. There's going to be some really cool tarantulas there, species that haven't even been identified yet, which is going to be really exciting. And we'll also see a bunch of other Peruvian, like, some tarantulas that are in the hobby. And we're also going to be looking for some reptiles and, all kinds of scorpions and centipedes and jumping spiders and who knows what else we'll find. But it's going to be 10 days going from the Andes to the Amazon with Tyler from the Spider Shop, Josh from Andes to Amazon, as well as Tom Patterson's going to be there, Michelle, Ian, a bunch of people. There's a whole group of us that are going. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Bunch of tarantula nerds heading out to the jungle looking for spiders. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those videos when they come out here. And I guess sometime in the month of June, I'll probably also try to do some lives if I have a signal while we're in Peru, and so you can hang out with the whole gang. But anyways, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.